Hi there. Welcome to a series of videos called English for Emerson. Well, I want to tell you that if it's your first time here, you've stumbled upon a gold mine on this channel. A gold mine. Only the thing is that it's not exactly that this mine is full of gold. What it's full of is boring lectures. So true. So true. You've stumbled upon a gold mine of boring lectures. And I got one for you today. And this is going to be one of my better ones. Here we go. We learn English on this channel. Writing and reading and hopefully a little bit of wisdom. Because we're doing folk sayings. I'll put this up here. Folk sayings. You need something to write with. This is why I'm waving this thing around. I went and got a new pen this morning. I'm all excited about it. On this board, you can see that I got these sloppy lines. Listen, they're not neat and tidy, people, okay? What they're here for is to help me size the letters correctly, which is why you need to have lines on your paper. That's what they're there for, to size the letters and keep everything straight. Obviously, these lines are not here for beauty, because it's an absolute mess. Here we go. We're starting our saying off today with a capital I. Straight line down. That's there we go. That's better. If. That's a capital I. Sometimes these new pens take a while to get the ink flowing, and that's the case here. That's an IF for if. We're going doing another I. Another capital I. I believe that the capital the word I, like I want to go outside, I believe that the word I is the only word that's always capitalized. Every time. You never see the word I, ever in lowercase. I think it's because of people's sense of self-importance. If it's I, then it has to be a capital. People have a great sense that they're so important. That's just one of the things about life. I guess it's true, too. You are important. You got to be important to yourself, because you might not be to anybody else. You got to be important to yourself. If I got to live, I'm crunching up my letters because I think I got a lot to write today. If I got to live, let's stop here and talk. This pen is not impressing me so far. It's a little faint. If I got to live, everything here makes sense until we get to the end. You know? That's not livey. That's not livey. That is live. It is a silent E. Most of the time, a silent E will make the other vowel of the word sound like itself, but that's not the case here. This E makes this I a soft I. It makes the I sound. You'd think it would be live, if anything. And the thing is it can. It can. Because we know that this word can be said two different ways. The word live, L-I-V-E, can also be pronounced live. Like if you go fishing, you might use live bait. I put that up here, live bait. So the word L-I-V-E can be said both ways, live and live. It has two different meanings. Live bait means that you put something on your hook to fish that's alive. It's live bait. We don't call it a live bait, we call it live bait. It can also be used to say live, like that person is going to live a long time. Do you follow me? English is tough. What I'm trying to say is the same word, L-I-V-E, can be said two different ways, and it sort of means different things, okay? If I got to live life, now we got L-I-F-E, silent E. This time it does make the I sound like itself. Life, again. Again. Kind of a weird word, again. You'd think that it would just be A-G-I-N, because you don't really hear this A here. It's almost like it's silent. Again. Again. It's not again. Some people in Old England might say again. If I had to live life again. They might pronounce it in Old English, but we say again. That A is silent. I don't know what to say. What does it mean to live again? It means one more time. If I got to live life one more time. Well, we don't use one more time. We say again. It means one more time. I'll put it up here. Again means one more time. If I got to live life again, comma, I would I almost ran my letters together here with my O and my U, didn't I? I almost ran them together. Would W-O-U-L-D. I'm trying to make it better and I keep making it worse. That's life sometimes. I would. This is not wood like chopping wood. Chopping wood is W-O-O-D. Wood. This stuff. Wood that's made out of trees is W-O-O-D. This is wood like I would like a cup of coffee. I would like it. I would. Please give it to me. I would like it. There's two different kinds of wood. This kind of wood has a silent L in it. W-O-U-L-D is wood. I would like it. It's not the same kind of wood as chopping wood. Totally different kind of wood. Sounds the same. Spelled different. If I got to live life again, I would make I'm going to run out of room to write my letters today, so I got to squeeze them in. I would make this is M-A-K-E, that is a silent E. That is a silent E. There's another vowel in the word A. Therefore, the E at the end is silent. T-H-E, that E at the end makes a noise. It makes an because there's no other vowel in that word. I hope that makes sense. We got a lot of E's at the end of the words here. We got one here, 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 and here. The only one that's not silent so far is this one because there's no other vowel in that word. If I got to live life again, I would make the same. Gosh, I don't know. I'm going to have to try to fit it in here because I'm going to run out of room. I'm going to have to do my thing. I have to do my thing or I put it off the edge because I'm going to run out of room. I'm sorry. It's a free channel. S-A-M-E spells same. It's not samey. Got another silent E. There's another vowel in that word, an A. Same. It's not Sammy. It's not samey. It's same. I would make the same mistakes. Comma. I would make the same mistakes. Actually, of all these words on here, the word mistakes makes some of the most sense. M-I-S is miss. T-A-K-E-S, takes, mistakes. I would make the same mistakes. What does that mean? Mistake. It means to take the wrong thing. Or take the wrong turn. Take the wrong anything. It's the wrong take. Miss is you missed it. You took the wrong one. I would make the same mistakes. Only, comma, only sooner. Oh boy, here we go. I hope that your writing is going a little bit better than mine. I hope you're not having to write off of the edge of your paper like I did on mine. Good night. If I got to live life again, I would make the same mistakes, only sooner. What in the world does this mean? What in the world does this mean? Well, I don't know where you're at in your writing, so I don't know when I'm supposed to start my boring lecture. So I guess I'll just start it right now. I can hardly wait. If I got to live life again, I would make the same mistakes, only sooner. I'm telling you, Emerson, this is one of those things. I hope you take it to heart, because this is something where maybe you could benefit from your pappy's experience in life. I hope so. When I was younger, I was terrified. I still am to a little bit. But I mean, I was scared, terrified. And in a lot of ways, I was terrified of making a mistake about things. Mistake means you take the wrong one or you pick the wrong thing. I was terrified. You know, we had these horrible teachers when I went to school. I don't know why they said this, or maybe it was the teachers I had, but they said a horrible thing to us. I don't know why they did it. They kept saying it over and over and over again. They said, this paper that you're working on right now, everybody, this paper that you're working on right now is going to go on your permanent record. I guess that they were trying to scare us into doing it right. But I took it to heart. I really did. I really thought that if I made a mistake, I was going to have a file somewhere. A file is like a box, a paper box that was going to have all my mistakes kept track of in it forever. Because that's what they were saying. They were saying this is going to go on your permanent record. I'm telling you, when you're young, especially when you're young, there is no permanent record. Now, when you get older, and if you commit a crime, well, that might go on your record. And then maybe you can't get rid of it. But when you're young, I'm sorry. The stuff that you do in school, the stuff that you do every day does not go on a permanent record. There is no such thing. I was terrified when I was young of making mistakes. And it got to the point where I became angry later on as I started to get older. And I was terrified And then after a while, I became angry. You know, fear and anger go together. First comes fear, and then eventually you get mad. That's true. That's true. And it got to the point where the only way I was able to do anything, and this is a little bit probably too much information, but it's the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth on this channel, or try to. It got to the point where for me to do anything, I had to get mad. Because I had to get angry enough to overcome the fear of making mistakes. It was a terrible, terrible way to live. And by the time I was a young man, I was just a mess. I was a mess. I was so afraid of making mistakes. Well, this kind of went on for years. It affected my life for years. And finally now at this point, I'm starting to get to the point where I've realized that this is the truth. Listen, Emerson, listen, everybody on this channel, all my millions of viewers, you're going to make mistakes. Because you can't learn anything new without making mistakes.